Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of GameXPresents, the podcast. This is episode 5. As long as we can still count them, we'll count them.
We'll give up pretty soon because we can't count that high.
Yeah, once we go into the double digits, we will probably can't count that high.
It becomes a lot more difficult then.
Oh, man. So how about all this hard work we're doing?
Who are you?
Oh, yeah, I forgot. It's just been so crazy there. I forgot my name. Yeah, this is Ekis.
And this is Stuff. And to my left over here is Victorino. But we've been having some technical issues here. So
No mic.
he does not have a mic currently.
Yeah.
But he's going to be our research guy.
Yeah, hopefully he can do that.
I'm looking at our previous YouTube for any comments.
He's look. We don't have any comments. All right, so
So yeah. Man, it's been difficult to make a podcast this week, huh?
I don't know. It's nothing seems to work. All thanks to Apple and the number 2, I guess.
2 weeks.
Oh yeah. We didn't do a podcast.
Oh, yeah,
the
for 2
previous
weeks.
week. That was just because we were lazy. No, just busy. But this week we've been trying since Saturday to make a podcast, and it seems like everything that we try doing fails.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Like every new idea, I'm like, oh, I guarantee this will work, and it just doesn't work. So yeah, it sucks.
So other than us failing at podcasting, what you been up to?
Just enjoying this beautiful summer days in Wisconsin.
You mean the rain?
Yeah, the rain, the cold.
It hasn't been cold. It's been
Chilly. Well, some days, like lately.
right after I fixed my AC in the house, the heat
the
temperature dropped.
Yeah. Oops.
So what we got going on?
Well, since
I know last time we were talking about it was all about the Xbox and the PS4.
yeah, we completely missed that podcast gold we had with the whole thing that was going on with Microsoft and the 180 they did.
Yeah, that's one of the things we wanted to talk about last night, and we can still talk about it a little bit, I guess.
Yeah, we can talk about it.
It was the Microsoft going a full 180, not a 360, a 180 on the whole decision with DRM on their games.
So does this?
How do you feel about that? Because I have very mixed feelings about the whole thing.
I mean, I guess it's a good thing for people who are complaining like us. But at the same time, like, they should have either like known this was gonna happen. They should have like had the thought instead of being so like arrogant since the beginning and thinking that people are gonna take this or at least do a better job explaining your position. Like they did not explain. They just kept saying, we don't know yet, or kept trying to trying to divert the attention to something else. Like they didn't want to explain anything, and that really like pissed me off, I guess.
Yeah, I completely agree that they did a piss poor job at explaining anything. And I've said it many times here, we tend, we're not the smartest people, but we tend to know a little bit more about than the usual person. And there were so many things about the Xbox One that I just couldn't understand because there were so many conflicting reports. People saying, oh, no, it's going to be able to do this or it's going to be able to do that.
Yeah.
So, they just really failed at really putting it all out there and selling the whole idea to me. Now, what I get kind of upset about with the whole reversal thing is that they're saying, okay, we're going to let you go buy a game and play it offline. So that's good. But they're also saying, well, there's other things that we were going to give you digital.
Yeah.
We're going to take them away now. So I'm like, okay, if you really believe in those theories that you had, you can still do that with everything that people download from your store and still give people the option of just buying the game at the regular store and not having to deal with any of that. Like, you don't have to take it away.
Yeah.
You could still do it, but they're like, no, we're just not going to do it. Well, okay. I like to think that if I'm trying to get people to a point, if I'm trying to get people to believe something, I'm not just going to give up on it. I'm going to be like, okay, you guys can have it the old way, but we're still going to let you use this new method that we think is better, so that just to prove my point that people are going to be going towards that.
It's kind of like, that would be like a good way to transition people to, like, a lot of people think that, like, no, this is the new way, this is how you're going to do it, this is the only way. Instead of trying to transition, that process, because I'm pretty sure that if their idea was as good as they say it was going to be, then people would have been like, oh, maybe I should download my game so I can get this, family feature they have, or whatever other feature they had only
Correct.
for download games.
And in a few years, maybe that's the only way that people will.
Yeah.
I keep going back to Steam. With Steam, I have the option of either buying the game and not dealing with Steam, or I have the option of dealing with Steam. And, most of the time, to be honest, I will buy the game through Steam just because it's easier. So,
Yeah.
like for me, the big issue is not so much not being able to do whatever I want with the game. It's not being allowed to do whatever I want with the game. Not having the option. When you take away the option from the consumer gets very upset. Most of us probably don't care if we ever sell a game or buy a used game or whatever. But don't just tell people, hey, from now on, you can't do this anymore.
Yeah, and even with that whole Steam thing, a lot of there was an interview and they stated that, well, Steam does not have a family plan, but from what I've heard and like done some research is that Steam is gonna perhaps start doing something similar to like a family share plan. Like, I'm not exactly have you read any of that?
Personally, I haven't, but I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, the whole subscription services things is becoming a lot more popular, and I can definitely see companies that provide a digital service trying to do something more than just say, here's a thing and you can't do anything with it.
Yeah.
Because like I was saying, I think the companies are understanding that consumers don't really like the idea that, hey, I paid as much as I would have had I bought the full thing, and you guys are restricting the crap out of me.
Yeah. The whole, it's just the way they presented their ideas. I don't think
Correct.
they did a good job.
And don't get me wrong. I mean, I can completely understand how difficult it is to manage this. With digital media, it is very easy to pirate.
Yeah.
So, I'm not going to complain that, like, some people are complaining about how with the new way that Xbox is doing things, you're going to have the CD in the... By the way, a lot of people are complaining that they have to have the CD in the system to play the games, and that it bothers them. If it bothers you, just download the digital copy. You don't have to have the game in there.
Yeah.
But I can understand why you need to have the game in there, because it would be so easy. It installs the game to the hard drive. So it would be extremely easy for me to just give the disc to everybody and have them copy it to their hard drive.
Yeah.
So, I can understand how piracy is a big issue. And honestly, I other than subscription services, I don't really have an option. I don't really have a solution to the whole piracy issue. But I still don't believe that the solution should be to penalize the consumer, to make it more difficult on the person who actually paid. I think the solution should be to make things easier to access.
And how truly is it now? How easy is it to pirate Xbox 360 game? Like currently, I'm not saying that you have. I'm not saying that you have any experience.
Well, if I knew, no,
because I know for the Dreamcast and for like the original Xbox, it was kind of there was methods. I'm pretty sure there's methods for the 360 and PlayStation 3, but I think they might be a little bit too sophisticated for the average
Correct.
person.
With the original Xbox, I had it modified. I wasn't stealing games like a lot of people were, but I did modify it because I wanted to be able to play a lot of emulation and just to play with it, And of course, I wanted the Xbox SBMC, the Xbox Media Center at the time. I tried to actually get this done with the Xbox 360, and it just seemed complicated. It also involved a hardware hack, and I'm just not that good with that kind of stuff. So I never bothered. Now I know that there is a community of people who do that stuff with the 360, but I honestly don't think that it is even as big as it used to be with the original Xbox.
Yeah, because I would think I don't know, because a CD you can easily make copies, DVD, even DVDs or Blu-rays, but a video game I never tried to make copies of video games, so I don't I think the piracy in terms of video games is too exaggerated in their part. I mean, I'm not really.
When you have a system that will copy the whole information
I guess
to
with
the hard
that,
drive, then I can definitely understand it. I don't think it's I could be totally wrong, but I don't think that with that Xbox 360 and the PS3, I don't think it was as big.
Yeah, I guess
an issue. As maybe. Then again, there were a ton of piracy for the 3DS, and so who knows?
Yeah, those stupid people who no.
Victorino, you want to say? No, I'm kidding.
No, so yeah, and any other news? I think I guess currently, we want to move on from the Xbox 360. You got anything
I'm
else?
sick and tired of the Xbox 360.
Until the next time they do something
Stupid.
or they bring back the family plan. I don't know, man. I don't know what they're thinking. But let's see. How about Android? All this Android gaming news and everything like that.
I believe it is this month that the Ouya, however the hell you say it, is supposed to come out. The Nvidia little handheld thing, Nvidia Shield is also supposed to come out.
Shield.
The Shield looks interesting to me.
Does.
I don't know. I mean, part of it, I'm like, this is stupid, but I don't know. At the same time, what you get for the price, it's actually a very decent CPU, and it's a very nice device. I haven't actually played with one, so I'm going purely on specs here. But looking at the specs and looking at the price, I'm like, I want one.
You should buy one and just test it out and do
You buy it, I'll test it.
Sounds like a deal.
But honestly, it's got a 5-inch touchscreen. It's got the controller, which I've never been a big fan of playing video games on my phones because it just doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
Candy Crush, I can play that, but Fruit Ninja, But
something that's fast paced, you push your
even emulators. There's a lot of good emulators on Android, and I'm like, I'm not gonna play with, and I certainly don't want to hook up. I know a lot of people will hook up a PS3 controller to the phone, Bluetooth, and play that way. But I'm not gonna be putting my phone on the table and then picking up a controller. No, it just doesn't work for me.
Silly.
So the idea of the Nvidia Shield definitely. Sounds interesting to me.
And I guess that's both Android games and I guess streaming from your PC.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that works.
I just want to try that because sometimes I just want to try it, see how that works.
I'm assuming that you have to be in the same network.
Yeah. But just imagine you didn't have to be in the same network. Somehow, you could be in somebody else's, and there's I don't know. But that would have been cool though if you can play your games.
It would be kind of cool. Honestly, the only thing that I can that I personally can think of that would be kind of cool. I'm like, well, it would be kind of nice if I could like do something on WoW while just watching TV. But I don't know if that would even be possible. But I'm sure there's plenty of better PC gamers out there that would take advantage of that. But yeah, I definitely know that I wanna try this system when it comes out.
And there's a lot more systems coming out apparently for
like I
gaming.
mentioned earlier, the Ouya. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure how I feel about that one because
they're getting bad reviews from what I hear.
There isn't an Android game that I'm like, oh, I wish I could play this on the big screen. So
yeah, like I wonder what kind of games.
On the big screen. I have a PS3, 360, Wii U. Those are for playing on the big screen. I'm not sure how I feel about the whole playing Android games on the large screen. But to be fair, I haven't played with an Ouya either. But now I know that Google is working on their own
little system.
So, which I'm guessing is just that Nexus Q thing that was supposed to come out.
Revamp Q, yeah.
Then they decided to, I think they just gave people's monies back or something. I'm guessing that's what they're doing. And if they make it so that it's like a full-fledged Android on your TV, I could see that being more useful. Because then you could, like browse the web better and listen to music and do a lot more than just gaming.
Yeah.
But if they are planning on doing just a gaming,
no, I don't think.
I don't see it.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be just gaming. It'll be pretty dumb, in my opinion, if they just do gaming.
Oh, they might surprise you.
And then again, they did release the Pixel at a price that doesn't really make sense.
And they did make that original Q too.
Yeah, hey, but at least they were smart enough to give the money back. They're like, no, this.
They're like Domino's, they're like, this sucks.
Well,
let's remake it.
Try our new recipe.
Which I hear great things about, actually.
Oh, Domino's?
I haven't tried their new pizza, but
yeah, we should order Domino's
let's
someday.
Victorino, get to it.
All right.
Yeah.
So anyway, I don't know. I mean, phone CPUs are getting a lot faster. They are getting a lot better. There's a lot of great, amazing developers out there. Who knows? They might start. We might be at the point where they might start making like current gen looking games for Android.
And I think that might be the thing, how you were saying that there hasn't been a game that makes you want to go, oh, I really want to play this on a big screen, but maybe this will make developers be like, okay, there's another outlet for video games. Maybe I'll just make games for Android.
Correct. They might be like, oh, okay, people have controllers now. That's good. Now I can do this and that.
Yeah. Because maybe a lot of people didn't want to develop games with a gimmick, and they're like,
maybe next we'll get like a wand that you can move around. And
no. And I also recall like mentioning about like a PC, Android PC.
You're probably talking about the I think it was was it HP? I think it was HP. They released these 24-inch
I like
Android.
how you're showing
I'm showing 24 inches, which is probably extremely incorrect because I don't have a measuring tape here.
You're just showing us.
Pretending that what I'm showing is 24 inches, and it's not like you guys can see it anyway. So now that I say that, it sounds really dirty when I'm saying I'm holding something that's 24 inches. I'm not.
So
anyway, they released this 24-inch tablet that is supposed to be like a PC for your home, but they're calling it one of their all-in-one computers.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is it runs Android. Now, the
pure Android.
Well, I don't know if they modified the skin or anything, but it's not like a Android Windows.
I wonder if there's gonna be like a Nexus PC.
Now the what I was reading about is how they were talking about how a lot of people, a lot of the really younger kids that have been getting into technology, they've been doing it only with Android.
Yeah.
And they feel that Android is now powerful enough to satisfy a lot of people's needs. How do you feel about this? Do you think we're there yet?
I mean, like, yeah, like the average person, what do they need a PC for? Like, you can do word processing on Android. You can do a lot of those things on Android. And if it could sync everything up to your phone and you can have everything that's on your PC also on your phone, I can see how that could be very useful. Because, like, unless you're doing, like, heavy duty, like, video editing or, Photoshop or whatever,
or podcasting.
Or
No.
I don't know. Like, I haven't done. Maybe we can do podcasts on the phone, but yeah, like if you don't need like a extremely powerful machine, then maybe that is something that will satisfy enough for the needs for the average consumer.
Yeah, I definitely don't see Android taking over like professional places.
Yeah.
Like you were saying, video editing and a lot of photo editing and stuff like that. Oh, well, you can do a lot of photo editing on
Like
Android,
basic photo editing.
Yeah, very basic, but you're not gonna run a full-fledged Photoshop on there.
Yeah.
But I definitely do believe that for the normal consumer, it just might work, and it might even work better. I was talking to you about this earlier, and I was mentioning how it doesn't make any sense to me how difficult it can be to share a file or a picture on Windows, because to me, I'm like, on Android I can just click on the file and go to the share menu, and it gives me a whole bunch of options of what I can do with that file.
Yeah.
I wish that on Windows I was able to just right click on the file and have it sent to Facebook.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
Yeah.
And I'm
that's
like,
true.
why is it more difficult on Windows for me to get this done? And even though I think they finally fixed it on Windows 8, updating Windows was always a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Now, I've heard that going from Windows 8 to 8.1 is very simple. But that's the way it should have been on Windows a long time ago.
Yeah.
Just a very quick, easy update. So I think for a lot of people, a simple Android computer would actually do everything they could possibly want. Yeah, and I'm a believer on even Google Chrome. But even with Chrome, I'm like, I do believe that it's great for a lot of people, because you can most people do most of their stuff online.
Yeah.
Maybe not most people, but a lot of people they just go on the web browser. But then I still wish that I could open some applications on Chrome. Why Google still has Chrome and Android, I don't know. That's their thing.
That always like made me think, like, why are they doing that?
But I definitely think that these much more minimalistic computers are somewhere in our future. Maybe it's not gonna be Chrome, maybe it's not gonna be Android, but something like that.
Yeah, because like even how we were talking about having like just the whole thing, because you're carrying your phone everywhere. So if like somehow you can just like put your phone somewhere, like on a special thing, and it connects to the screen, and how it can like just be a lot,
Yeah, we were having a conversation about what we felt our future was gonna be like, and we decided, it would be nice, because when you think about it, phones right now, they are so much more powerful than the computers I grew up with.
Yeah, a lot more than 56 not even kilobytes.
I was talking to my sister the other day, and I was trying to explain to her how my first real computer. I don't even know what my first real computer was.
Compact.
But no, it wasn't that one. But
What was it with
the first one that I bought new, it was a powerful 200 megahertz computer. No, at the time, this was amazing. This was back in 1996 or something around there. And I'm like, I told her, you remember that original Droid phone that I used to have a couple of years ago? So, yeah. Well, that was 500 megahertz. So,
yeah,
the phones that we have now are so much more powerful than the computers we had a couple of years ago. So, going back to the point, we're thinking, wouldn't it be cool if your desk was simply like a monitor, a mouse, a keyboard, and a pad, like a wireless charging pad, but you would just put your phone on top of that pad, and it would just wirelessly connect to the keyboard, the mouse, and the monitor, and then you would just start working on the phone using your keyboard and mouse just like a regular desktop, and as soon as you were done with that,
you just take the
you
phone
would
up.
just pick up the phone, and
Everything turns off.
everything's saved because it's all on the phone.
Yeah, that's such a good idea, and Google needs to work on that.
Then we also thought it would be cool, for a tablet to be just this thin, really thin thing, and just have it connect wirelessly again to the phone. So technically, your phone would be your tablet, and it would be your PC. And personally, I think that's where our future is. I don't know if you think I'm crazy.
No, that's exactly what I think it's gonna be. I think that's what eventually they're gonna do. Cause even in like movies, like even with the I remember Space Odyssey 2001, where it was just like a glass, and they were like tapping on it, and it was like real. And I imagine it being thin and bendable or whatever.
Or maybe we will have like the Microsoft Surface glass that they used to show, where you would just put the phone on like a coffee table, and the whole coffee table was really a screen, and it would just start downloading from the phone.
That'll be cool, and I should work on that.
You should, instead of doing this podcast.
Yeah,
you should be out there working.
Yeah, we're gonna start. I'm gonna go to my basement and start working on that right now. Yeah, but any
video game news, Victorino?
Any video game news?
Googling over there.
I mean, he's done fucked up. Oh, PG.
PG-13. You can say fuck once. Oh, we fucked up now.
No. All right, so yeah. Any video game news? I guess just waiting for Nintendo to create some new games.
I'm gonna be waiting a while, I think.
Man, they have a lineup that I'm actually like being like, okay, I'm gonna play. Like, give me the game.
Yeah,
they just don't do it.
Just give me the games, Nintendo. Give me the games.
Let's see, any cool game? Oh, I guess we already talked about the games on E3 on the previous, so you can go watch the previous podcast.
And you can watch it.
You can watch it. Yeah, watch it because you're just watching like a picture. You look at YouTube, and well, I think that's.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. There's really things have been quiet.
And
yeah. The only thing that has been on the news lately was that Snowden guy and
the what?
The Snowden, the FBI guy.
Okay. The NSA. Yeah. Like, well, he revealed secrets that a lot of people already knew was going on.
Like, oh my God, the government's spying on me.
Like a lot of things we just knew the government was doing, we just didn't have enough proof. That's the only thing we lacked, proof, but we knew they were doing it.
Honestly, I was surprised that this was on the news for so long. I'm like, this is news? Like,
yeah.
I thought we know this. I thought this is what like the Freedom Act was all about.
Yeah, even the Patriot Act. They had the
Patriot Act, Freedom.
I was like, Freedom Act. Yeah, the Patriot Act. That's what it was all about. But like, I guess the only new thing revealed is that they can do it on anybody. They don't need any. Like,
I always assumed they did.
Yeah, like, but before it was just specific people of interest, but now it's just like, we're just gonna look at everybody.
How do you feel about people that are all like, oh my God, they're spying on me? Like, personally, I'm like, I'm not that interesting. So I usually don't care if they're spying on me because I'm like, what are they going to get out of it? How do you feel about it?
I mean, I guess it's gonna stop me from doing illegal stuff. No, I guess it's just, I don't like it. I mean, I doubt they're gonna look at me specifically unless I.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
Unless
I don't like it either. I'm not saying, hey, conspire on me, but at the same time, I understand why they do it.
Yeah, I would only be afraid if I was like some sort of rapper that talks about revolutionary ideas and stuff like that. You know,
Which you're not.
I'm not a rapper, so and I don't talk about revolution and overthrowing the government.
No, not at all.
Not at all.
But I don't know. I just think that a lot of times people get so, oh my God, they're spying on me but then they're giving
Facebook.
they're giving all their personal information on Facebook.
Google already spied on you first, so they already know everything about you if you have a Google account. So.
They don't even need to spy anymore. You know, they just check your public profile, and there's plenty of information there. Which reminds me, people, if you don't want people finding out shit about you, don't put it on Facebook. Don't put it on Google Plus. Don't put it on Twitter.
To me, it's funny when people especially when they're flashing with like money, taking pictures of them flashing money that they stole from a bank or from somewhere and they get caught.
Or pictures of them smoking weed or doing any kind of illegal activity.
And then they have the nerve to say, "Who snitched on me?" Like you did, you idiot. Oh man.
Yeah, don't do it.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of hard just because, we kind of did this on the fly with this podcast, but,
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are. We're doing this for everybody. So give us some comments. Whoever comments will become a guest somehow.
Simply by us reading the comment.
Yes.
Thus making you part of the show.
Yeah, so we'll read your comments on the air. And we'll address them a month later.
Any comment?
I think somebody said, fuck this shit.
I'm pretty sure somebody did say fuck that. That was me, actually. I'm sorry.
No, but, I think, yeah. I really like it.
Well, basically, we got nothing else.
It was gagging.
We were hoping that Victorino would...
Lally gagging.
No, we have been trying to get this podcast going because, once you stop, it can become difficult to continue. We don't want to stop. We do want to keep making this podcast every week. And
so if you do watch this and you want us to touch on any topics or anything, let us know and we can talk about them and we'll give you credit.
And let us know if you feel that it is too long or not long enough or the podcast.
Say something. That's basically the theme. Say something.
Now it sounds like we're begging.
Okay, don't say something. All right, so I guess this wraps up the episode number 5. Like we said, we'll eventually stop numbering them. But this is Ekis.
This is Stuff.
And Victorino on the corner. And hopefully you'll see us next time or hear us next time.
Remember to... Do we even have a Twitter account?
Oh, yeah. You can Twitter me at GameXPresents or you can Twitter Stuff at...
Well, mine is TSN Stuff.
And he has a lot of videos, very cool videos about...
Not a lot. Just a couple.
Some cool videos about... Informative videos on like cell phone things and like a lot of things. And he's going to create some new ones.
I will.
And you'll see us live in the flesh. So what was it? It's just TSN Stuff, right? And YouTube?
Yeah. Yes, you can find me on YouTube on TSN Stuff, Twitter, also TSN Stuff, Google Plus, TSN Stuff. I don't use Facebook.
No Facebook.
But, yeah.
All right.
Is there a GameX Facebook page?
GameXPresents and everything except a lot of things. So
And if you're listening to this, you already found us on YouTube.
yeah, the YouTube has all the links to our stuff. So, and enjoy. Hopefully, we'll have some more video game playthroughs. And if you want any
I hope something happens
playthroughs,
soon.
something happens soon.
Nah, video game related.
Oh,
It's been pretty dead.
yeah.
Nah,
We about to
E3 just happened. You know, it's like,
Yeah, it's like people just got their fix and like, oh yes. All right,
all right, we're out.
all right. Good night.